I have sat on making this video for a long time because I could never quite get my room to look right, or the camera quality isn't amazing because I'm using my webcam or whatever. But I think I have stumbled across the problem that has led to the collapse of this YouTube channel every single time I've ever tried to pick up and restart it. I scripted and rescripted and rescripted and rescripted this story over and over and over again. So I will try and skim through and just summarize with what I think is important in this moment and just be done with it, because I need to start or I'm never going to. So let's go back to the very beginning of this channel. I started uploading when I was about 14 years old in like 2012, 2013, and I got up to about 16-ish videos over about 2 years. And the very first hiatus I took was between my sophomore year of high school and my junior year of high school, when my first dog got sick. My mom was diagnosed with cancer. My dog ended up passing away, and I basically collapsed. I was burnt out. If I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I was trying so hard to keep that part of my life separate from my actual life as like a way to escape, that it ended up sucking all of the fun out of it. And that was the year my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. And I also, that was when people idolized YouTubers. And so I wanted to be a big YouTuber or whatever, or at least I thought I did. And some people found my YouTube videos and started making fun of them. So I basically purged everything and started from scratch. That was the first time, and I think the only time, that I actually wiped everything off of both my account and my devices. I kind of started back up again my senior year of high school, but then again, I got burnt out, so that lasted 2 weeks. Yeah. Then I tried again when I was going to college, and it was too much. I could not adjust to switching to college life and doing YouTube at the same time. It was too much. I posted some more throughout college, like my sophomore year, but I had a super busy schedule. Again, I don't know why I always felt the need to do these things when I was already verging on burnout. And then junior year of college hit, and my mom got really, really sick. Like I mentioned earlier that she was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer when I was a sophomore in high school, but it was stage 4. All they could really do was prolong her life a little bit, and so she did end up passing away midway through my junior year of college. And I was one of those people that I just put my head down and I kept to the grindstone, because I knew if I stopped, I would not be able to finish. And I tried to make a video explaining what was going on in my life, but I could not get 2 minutes in without crying. And I did not want to be the kind of person that cried on camera. So I made a slideshow, text thing, whatever, and that was that. By that point, almost all of my videos, I was not happy with them. I thought they were cringy. I privatized them and unlisted them. My favorite thing is I love like coming up with an idea and crafting it and making the video and editing and just like releasing it out into the world. but also I hate being perceived. So I was never happy with the product because I could always find ways that people would poke holes in things. And so it was just like, it was like this, where I sat down and I thought about it. I can't count how many videos I filmed and edited and never uploaded because I was happy to be done with it, but I wasn't happy with the final product. It was the lighting, the camera quality, me being awkward. I couldn't. I tried doing like the 13 days of Vlogoween, one year. I did some other stuff in 2020. The 13 days of Vlogoween was 2021, but I was either dealing with camera lighting issues or technological issues, so I couldn't get all 13 days out. And I've decided to, after the 13 days of Vlogoween failed attempt, to take a step back, privatize everything, and just kind of sit and figure out, what do I want to do with the channel? Why do I even have this channel? Am I doing it because I feel like I should be doing it, or am I doing it because I want to be doing it? And so I sat on it for like 3 years, 2.5 years. And last year I made a major career pivot, like humongous. I went from being in a job and a career path where I felt like I was constantly under the microscope. Every single thing I was doing was being picked apart, and I could never be good enough. And like when I was on and off the clock. And so it made me confront, like, moving away from that and being in a place where I am, how I am at work does not have to affect how I am at home, and like those two things can be separate, or one can exist without directly affecting the other. I was like, why am I scared? I'm not living under a microscope anymore. So why am I still scared of posting my silly little cringy videos on the internet? And as I said earlier, I'm afraid of being perceived and judged. But then again, who isn't? Who isn't afraid of being perceived and judged? Like, and then you have to remember the era of YouTube that I grew up in. Like, people were forming parasocial bonds before you even knew what those freaking things were. Like, there were these seemingly like normal people that we could relate to, and then they blew up to be these larger than life people, and you watch them change and become these like big huge like things, and like the fame makes people change, and then everyone gets disappointed when they're reminded that these larger than life people are simply people, and then they just abandon them or run off in droves. Now, I'm not gonna say some of these people don't and did not deserve to be held accountable for their crappy actions. But as an outsider who idolized that for a long time, watching cancel culture and then so-called accountability culture, even though we're not allowing people to grow, but don't even get me started on accountability culture and all the things we're doing wrong with that. But like, just seeing it, like, I was frozen, like, analysis paralysis to the 10th degree. I can't please everyone. Hate comments are gonna happen. Whatever. But what if I get canceled for having a quote-unquote wrong opinion? Like, what if I become one of those people that starts, like, being like those people where I let others dictate my life because other people feel like they have a right to dictate what you're doing when you're on the internet, because for some reason parasocial relationships give some audience members an entitlement complex. Like, what am I doing? What if I decide, I'm gonna be my dorky, cringy self and embrace all the cringe, and everybody hates me? So I decided to focus on what are the things I love. Why did I start this in the first place? Before I knew becoming a YouTuber can make you money, or without being famous, because I don't want to be famous. Like, God forbid. No, thank you. No, thank you. I've seen how fame ruins people's lives. I would much rather just have my little cozy hole on the internet, like max like 500 to 1,000 subscribers, like max, where we just chill and we do the fun things. Like, I want to go back and take some of the videos from like Vlogoween that I loved and like re-edit them into a way that I think would fit now. And I want to go ghost hunting in different places and explore history, even if it's not ghost hunting, and make tiny little like storytelling and documentaries and just having fun. And it doesn't have to be boom, boom, boom. You have to have a video out every month on this date or whatever, because you're always fighting the algorithm. It's you came up with this idea and you were passionate about it and you executed it and you edited it and you put it together and it's a final product, and it's something you're really proud of, even if you're posting a 5-minute video once a year. I love that. And I don't feel like I need to put the pressure on myself to always put out these perfect, high quality things. Like, just filming some random stuff where I'm just like, is everybody else feeling like this right now? Or am I the only person? Or this is a weird thing that happened to me. Here's a funny story. Here's a joke that I read on the internet. Here's a list of memes that I like. Like, I don't want to have to pump out all of this content on a set schedule with a certain like set identifier of like, it has to be at this level all the time, because then you just burn yourself out, and I don't want to do that. And I'm gonna take breaks so that way I don't burn myself out. Like, I just want to be creative as creativity comes. And here's the thing. The scary part for me. I am probably going to screw up publicly. I'm probably going to say the wrong thing. And internet trolls are like leeches. They're parasitic. They're never going to let you forget it. But why should I let some stranger on the internet who's never going to meet me in real life probably would be scared to actually say it to my face, dictate my choices? Like, people like that invest so much of their life critiquing other people, it's just a reflection of all of the things that they're not happy with in their life. And they're probably chronically online and a little detached from reality. How do I know? I went through a phase where I was chronically online and detached from reality. Thank you very much, 2020, 2021, 2022. So here is what my plan for the channel is going forward. I'm going to re-edit some of my old videos to make them fit how I want them to. I'm going to film some new videos. It's going to be an eclectic mix. I might just sit here and talk for 20 minutes. But I'm going to create what I want to create. I'm going to post what I want to post. And I'm going to create a cozy, little, slightly chaotic, because I'm me, corner of the internet where I feel safe to be myself and make other people like me feel safe to be themselves too. And if nobody watches my videos, then I'm gonna do it for me. Because there's nothing more terrifying, at least to me, than being yourself in a judgmental world like this one. But I'm done letting fear control me, and I will do my best to try and lead with love and understanding, and I hope that you will do the same.